Hey guys, so as part of the 1 million followers on social media campaign, we do have a poll on social media platforms. I think it's Twitter, Facebook, and Naver Cafe, whatever that is. We get to vote on the next Zenkai. Well, not the next Zenkai, but a Zenkai character. Look at this. The winning character is currently planned to receive their Zenkai Awakening after July 2022. So we're voting for these Zenkais, but we're not going to see the actual character get a Zenkai for like 5 months. So we are in for the long haul here. The reason why that's pretty significant is because by the time that this character, whoever wins, gets a Zenkai Awakening, the meta is going to be completely different. So normally what I would say about a vote like this is you pick the character that you want to, well, at least the way that I would look at this is pick the character that I think would actually influence the meta the most. But because this is so far away from now, it's actually impossible to say like how the meta is going to look by the time this character gets a Zenkai Awakening. So at the end of the day, I would say just pick the character you want to get the Zenkai the most. Like just whichever is your favorite character, I would say just pick them. So we have the 3 options here. We have the green Spirit Bomb absorbed Goku from the Android 13 movie. We have the red Super Saiyan Vegeta. This is like one of the first characters that was introduced into the game. I believe he actually was on what is like the 3rd banner, 4th banner ever or something in the game. He came out with the red trunks. They both came out together. Actually, I think it was like the 4th or 5th banner ever or something like that. Yeah, actually no, I think it was the 4th banner ever, because I think it was the first Ultra Space Time summon, then I was Blue Broly, then the Yellow Frieza banner, then them, I'm pretty sure. I think that's how it went. Then we have the purple Trunks from the Android 13 movie, so 2 Android 13 movie units. And then we have Yellow Cell. So I think it's pretty clear, at least from the votes so far, and just from popularity's sake, that the winner is going to either be this green Goku or the Yellow Cell. I would be definitely fine with either one of these winning. I don't really particularly care for this Vegeta, and I don't particularly care for this purple Trunks. So if it was up to me, I personally did vote for the green Goku. I just like this character the most out of these ones. I think his green card is really, really interesting, the ability to get Vanish back, but it's like sort of acts as a counter. And then obviously his LF, not LF, his ultimate looks like an LF. All they needed to do was slap on like the legendary finish like wording that pops up during the animation, and it could have passed for an LF. It's a really, really well done ultimate. So I just like this Goku a lot. I feel like him being green, I mean, just again, talking about the meta right now, him being green definitely could help out a lot of these teams that he's on. Defensive unit for movies and defensive unit for Sun Family, stuff like that. But again, it's not really going to matter because by the time the Zenkai actually comes out, it's going to be so far in the future that the current meta probably will not be anywhere near the same as what it will be by then. Yellow Cell, this character is one of the most well-aged characters ever. He came out alongside Red Gohan. I think it was March of 2020, I believe was when they released. It was before the 1st anniversary. Yeah, I think it was March of 2020. And Yellow Cell, a lot of people actually considered him better than the Red Gohan initially when they both released together. He has a cover rescue ability. He has a long-range green card to gain priority. His ultimate hit like an absolute truck. He was just a very, very good unit overall. So a buff for androids, a buff for powerful opponent, a buff for regen. All those teams I feel like could definitely need some help right now for sure. So this Cell getting a Zenkai, definitely another big, massive W if that happens. So looks like Goku's at 33% of the votes, Cell's at 37.9%. And then over on the JP one, it's honestly not that much different. The Vegeta, this poor Vegeta, man, he's not even close. Yeah, so it looks like it's probably either going to be the Goku or the Cell. I don't really know how to check the... well, I guess I could go over like on Facebook and check that, but I don't know what Naver Cafe is. But yeah, so it looks like it's either going to be the Goku or the Cell. Again, either one I am okay with. So just to quickly look at these units here. He does 50% extra blast damage against tag androids. If you guys don't remember back when this guy released, The androids team was, let me make this a little bit bigger. The androids team was definitely a big threat because that was when they started releasing all of the Android 13 movie units. We had Android 14, we had Android 15, and we had the blue 13, and then we had the red 13 release alongside this guy on an Ultra Space Time banner. So there was a lot of really powerful android characters in the meta, and they were honestly back then one of the best teams in the game because you also still had that yellow cell who was pretty decent on that team still. Gets stronger depending on the number of counts that have elapsed from battle. He has cover cut active upon switch in. He gets stronger depending on how many defeated battle members there are, so he's sort of like a last man standing unit. 35% health, and then this ultimate hit like a literal atomic bomb. 50% ultimate damage was a lot, and then plus massive and blast armor. This thing like literally killed type neutral from like literally 90% HP to 0. It was really, really good. And then the green card, basically what it is think of, for those of you that don't know and don't remember this character, basically think of like Red Gogeta's green card, like the counter, but it literally, it absorbs any attack, and it restores your vanishing gauge to full. So if you guys are really skilled with these kinds of green cards, and like, you know, Gogeta Blue's green card, Red Gogeta's green card, stuff like that, you can actually like really, really dominate the match with this effect right here. His blue card was also really good because it has a 50% chance to cancel enemy attribute upgrades, which has no limit. So you could continuously remove buffs on the enemies, and this guy was just really, really good overall. Definitely a solid character. And then the other biggest, I think, you know, most likely outcome from the poll is this yellow cell. Again, one of the most well-aged characters in the game. This is still, honestly, a pretty powerful ability here. He gets minus 80% to the enemy sustained damage cut effects when he uses his main ability. 30 counts is still a long time. Honestly, this is not a bad main ability. I imagine if they give him a Zenkai, they're going to give him some ki recovery on here, HP recovery, maybe some extra damage. But this is a very, very valuable ability right here. 80% to enemy sustained damage cut. Think about how much sustained damage cut there is in the game right now. Then on top of that, the ultimate did have a chance to inflict feint, only 20%, but when you got the feint with the cell, you pretty much instantly won the game. Massive damage, 25% of damage inflicted. Yeah, this ultimate also did hit like a truck too. Basically, this green card sort of acted like the LF purple Goku Black's green card the way it does now. This, just, you know, pretty generic blue card. He has a cover rescue, I believe. Trying to think, I believe he was only the second character to ever have this cover rescue ability. I think the first one was Instant Transmission Goku, the green one, and then I think they gave it to Cell. The thing with Cell, though, is a lot of these characters with cover rescue abilities are able to generate a second charge of the ability through their main ability, but this one does not work like that. And then he gets plus 5 to sub count. That is a lot. They'll probably end up removing this if they do end up Zenkaiing this character. 45% damage inflicted back in the day was actually a lot. Sealing a card, I think this actually was the first unit to do that. Sealing an enemy card, I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. And actually, no, sorry, Beerus, I think, was the first one to actually do this, sealing an enemy card. So Cell might have been the the second or third one to do that. But yeah, this guy actually was a very, very powerful back in the day. His stats were really high. He was a strike-based character. Again, the Android team was very powerful. Regen really started to become a team, you know, shortly after this guy released. And he really helped sort of helm the birth of those teams, both Android and Regen. And now we have powerful opponent as well. And he's also actually on a future team, which I don't think they'd go with like a future yellow Zenkai buff for this character, but they could do that as well. And then if they really wanted to choose to do this, they also could eventually decide to do Cell Saga as a team, because they've been pushing Frieza Saga really hard recently. This Vegeta, I mean, this guy actually was the recipient of one of the balance change adjustments. So his stats actually are not too bad compared to these other units. I mean, you know, these defenses are definitely not bad. Strike attack is okay. Blast attack's terrible though. He has more, I would argue, more of a modern kit, even though this isn't exactly great than the other units on here, just because he did receive the balance adjustment. But I mean, this is more of a character that I don't think would really be that impactful right now. in this meta specifically. But again, this is so far away that if you just like Vegeta, then sure, vote for him. But I'm just warning you, I mean, he's really, really low on here. 9.4% versus almost 40%, and then on the English one, 10% versus almost 40%. So I don't really think Vegeta's going to be winning this one. But it is still very early on, so who knows. And then Trunks, I mean, this guy could be interesting. He is a transforming character. He does actually still do pretty decent damage. I believe he was in like either the... I think it was either the S tier, or it was either A or S tier in the boost recently, and he actually was able to do decent damage. I mean, he gets card. This guy's also probably, yeah, for sure. This guy is the most modern. No, actually, who came out for this? Trunks definitely came out before this. This Goku actually is the latest character on this list because this is a post first anniversary unit. Trunks is too, but I think this Trunks came out before Goku. But this Trunks has a pretty, like, you know, decent kit as well. He gets 35% damage to Vegeta Clan or hybrids. That's a lot. 35%. That's a big support buff. He gets card draw speed, extra damage. You transform with him. He actually gets buffs when his transformation ends as well. It's a timed transformation. His blue card hits very, very hard. His green card lets you fish for the blue card easier. So this Trunks definitely has some things going for him, but at the end of the day, do we really want another purple one? Another purple Zenkai? I probably would say pass for now. I'm tired of seeing the color purple in this game. So my vote would go for either Goku or Cell. If I had to choose between these two units, I'd probably choose the Goku just because I personally like this character more. This unit in the game I like more than the Cell, but I would be okay for sure if the Cell would end up getting a Zenkai. So let me know down below who you guys are voting for. Who do you want to receive the Zenkai Awakening on this poll? Again, this vote ends on the 7th of February, but we are not going to be seeing the actual character in the game until July 2022. After July 20. So it could be like, it's because this is after July, this could literally be like December of 2022. We don't know, but this is not coming for a long, long time. So keep that in mind. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next one.